What's up everyone? Thank you for being here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chris Ruse and my goal is to teach you how to live, love, and laugh more through the experiences I've lived. From the time I was about, I'd say 10 years old to literally 20 years old, I was petrified to take my shirt off in public. Heck, not even in public. Just scared to show my body to anyone in general, even my family members. It just became this very real thing in my head where it was quite honestly the end of the world if I ever had to take my shirt off. But I finally overcame that. And that's what I really want to talk about this video. How I got there and how I overcame it. Just like every week, let's rewind it back a little bit to the point where this all kind of kicked off. See, there are individual points in our life, there are individual experiences in our life where we go through something and then that experience becomes a defining moment that shapes our behavior. And that behavior can be shaped by that experience either for the rest of our life or until we recognize it and actually do something about it. So the first real instance where I remember like being bullied about my weight or anything was in middle school. I was a part of a soccer team, 6th grade, and during practice, skins versus shirts, half the people took off their shirts, half the people were wearing shirts. That particular practice, I had to take my shirt off. I was in the skins team, right? But that's not where it happened. A couple days later, I'm in the cafeteria and a girl walks up to me and she goes, I saw you in practice the other day without your shirt off. That was torture. Something along those lines. I can't remember the exact words. I just remember the general gist of it was you had your shirt off. I didn't like it. Error. So that moment became kind of this thing where I started to tell myself like, okay, I cannot have my shirt off in public because it's a bother to other people. Something along those lines. And 2, if I take my shirt off in public, I am going to be judged and I am going to be looked at. Mind you, like at that point, I wasn't even, overweight. Like I was a little fat, like for sure, but definitely wasn't at that 351 pound thing that I got into like later on. But guess what? While those things happened, I created the story and the narrative as a result of those experiences. So for years and years and years, going to beaches, pools, wherever, I just was so scared to take my shirt off. Like, y'all don't understand. And I was just constantly like worried about other people looking at me and judging me. That's primarily the reason why. It wasn't until I really started doing the work of self-discovery, self-help, expanding my mindset, growing my mindset, that I realized like, okay, like this is something I can't keep doing. Not only is it not healthy for me to have this limitation that I've created for myself, but come on, like you gotta be able to take your shirt off, homie. Here's really the line of thinking that caused me to alter the way I behaved. I realized, okay, judgment is always going to be there. It's not gonna go anywhere. People are always going to judge. They're always gonna have their opinions. But do I continue to allow that judgment to stop me from living my life? Or do I say, all right, screw you. I'm going to do what I'm going to do because I want to do it. You can have your opinion. Have fun with it. I'm going to have fun with my life and end of story. And that's what I chose, pretty much. And the first couple of times it was a little awkward for me because I had this thing of like, oh, they're looking at me. People are looking at me. I wonder what they're thinking. They're judging me. Over time, I just learned how to tune that out and quiet my mind and just honestly not care about it. So I think that's like the core overall lesson I really want to give to you today. Judgment, other people's judgment is always going to be there. It's not going anywhere. But in the face of judgment, we have the choice. We get to decide. Are we going to allow that judgment to control the way we live our life? Or despite that judgment, are we going to do the things that we know make us happy and the things we want to do? It's completely up to us. Even with that realization or understanding, we still have to take action to prove to ourselves that this little thing we've created in our mind is complete nonsense. So while yes, I could have come to that understanding and realization, if I hadn't actually done anything, if I hadn't actually taken the action of, taking my shirt off in public and going in the beach without my shirt, nothing would have happened. The discovery comes first, but the action has to follow the discovery. And if the action doesn't follow, then the discovery itself doesn't actually mean anything. So I want to turn it over to you. What limiting beliefs are you operating off of in your life? What are the things you're scared of doing? What are the fears you have? What's behind those fears? Start to ask yourself and think, are there things that I'm holding myself back from experiencing? Am I fully living life, or am I allowing other people's judgment to stop me in my tracks? And that's what I got for you this week. I hope you enjoyed the message. I hope you took something from this to be able to apply with you in your life. Thank you for being here. And as always, never forget, together we grow.